Hey, hey. Okay, welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Hi, you guys. Hi, Sherry. Welcome on in. I'm not really quite sure where we're going to start on this, but this channel is dedicated to the missing children, where I call them Summer Moon Wells missing children. And I get pulled to this channel for specific reasons. And as I'm growing my other channel, Bam Bam Boogie, if you'd like to go join, that would be amazing. Or subscribe here if you have not. I get pulled back here when there's things going on within the Summer Moon Wells missing children's case. And I feel as if I could get some information spiritually, psychically, or just, I would say just watching the channels, but the channels is watching the channel and channels is how I get my information. I watch different creators, and when I do, hi Lisa, when I am watching them, it's not about them. It's about how their information brings me to receiving information about the missing children and specifically about Summer. Um, I might mention certain channels, but I'm not saying by any means that they're guilty party. I mean, we have no idea who's doing what or why. These channels do put out information on Summer and on Sebastian and all the other missing children. Michael Vaughn's been sent to this, no one's even talking about him anymore, but he's still a Summer Moon Wells missing child here on WCIA Network. The channels that I've been watching, I haven't changed any channels. I haven't added any channels. They're all the same channels from the beginning of June 15th, 2021 that have brought me information. And across the channels, across all the channels that I watch, it's consistent. The information has not changed since 2021. The information that I receive from those channels have not changed. They have matched all the way across. Lately, Ryan Finding Truth, ooh, 10 of data. I'm going to show you, these are my cards. I'm going to go over these a little bit. Ryan Finding Truth, Dolly Vision, Benny Keys. Those are the ones right now for me. Don B, again, nothing to do with them directly. Those channels lately have been giving me information that I feel is important enough to review here today. And I focus in on the digital distortion that appears in these videos. And if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's not, but I see it. Like no one could tell you what your truth is. If you see something, you see it. That doesn't necessarily mean you're all going to see what I see. Just like in life, you're not going to see what someone else tells you about. Until you walk in their shoes and see through their eyes, you're not going to see exactly what they see. And I use this all the time. Like here, what do you guys see? This is one of my new cards. You see something that I'm not looking at on the other side. I see a child reaching their hand up, asking for justice. I see Summer Moon Wells' missing child And this is what these cards are dedicated to. So in life, you could be looking on one side of the coin and someone else is looking on the other. So my presentation here today is about that, but it's critical. It's really, really important. I'm going to show you the digital distortion on how I find it. Ryan Finding Truth's information is just like Dolly Vision's information that I receive. They're the same. It doesn't matter who I'm looking at because the information I'm receiving through the children are the same. When I put my hand over here, you guys, just so you know, that's it's my grounding. It's so heavy. My magic ball. Um, so before I show you pictures like this Laurel Run Cave System, this is from Ryan Finding Truth. This whole entire presentation gives me the exact same story as I told in almost 1,000 videos using also Dolly Visions, almost 1,000 videos. Gives me the story. You see, there are sacrifices that are going on. There are children that are just gone. There are adults that are just gone. And they're all used for the exact same purpose as if they were a Summer Moon Wells missing child. The purpose all looks the same to me within my third eye. The purpose is the same. It's for the resurrection. And for some reason, these channels show me the digital distortion. It shows me that behind all of these particular kind of photos, behind these kind of photos, shows a lot of information. I sent these over to the TBI really because this typical information is right for me, right in front of me. So what my question is to the people that are putting the story out there as I see it, as these children are being taken for sacrifice, why is it that it consistently keeps showing up within the same people's videos? Now, when I say digital distortion, I am going to be using and showing you the video from Ryan Finding Truth, because digital distortion is really, really easy to find if you look close enough. If you look close enough to the information that is on the screen. The arm is different. There are particular, here, let me grab this here. Particular frames that remind me of digital distortion. Now, I didn't do anything to his frames. I sent this to someone to analyze, and they analyzed it as a fake. The video is fake. Now, I'm not saying it's fake. They told me that the layers are layered within these videos. This is in the video. So when you're looking at the man to your left, that is something that is layered in there. Layered in there. There are no feet. These are photos that are layered inside the video. Now, my question to Ryan, why? While you're looking for Summer Moon Wells at Laurel Run, why is it that photos would look like this? So I had it analyzed, and the answer was digital distortion. And my question to the people that are doing this, as they're talking about summer moon, why? Is there in fact another photo behind this photo? Is there a photo that shows Summer Moon Wells' victim? Because the photo of this man, according to my expert, has been covered up. And the story behind the truth is the truth. A lot of time has been placed inside many of these videos for digital distortion. If you guys would look close enough, you will see the difference. You will see it. This man changes throughout the video. The size of this man goes from big to small. What is within the pictures while you are discussing summer moon? That's been covered up. It's being covered up. When I look at pictures like this, it tells me a story. These children are being used for the resurrection. They're being used to be placed. Now, I'm not saying this is what he's doing in the video. What I'm telling you is the information that comes through tells me so. For the good of the earth. For the good of the earth. They bring these kids into the wilderness. They bring them to places like this. They are chained. They have chains wrapped around them. They can't go anywhere. They have chains wrapped around their waists. So when I go between the frame of the frames, I get the story. And the story is always beneath the distortion. It is always beneath the distortion. The first time I saw a picture like this was Dolly Vision. The man in the back. The man behind the maroon jacket. Now, the man in the maroon jacket, I see has been covered up. So you don't really quite see his face. It's covered. I've had these looked at by a professional. Right? Whatever is being covered up, he might say he's just doing that, but what I'm saying is I'm telling you a story. I'm telling you this is what they do with the children's stories. This is how they do it. They covered up just like this because that's not the same man. That's a big ass belly. And that belly is not being covered up. I have a photo of, and I put it in the, let's see here. Oh, here. Dolly Vision, edit, copy. Nope. Oh, shoot. Let's see. No, it didn't do it. Here. See that picture? In this picture? And I said, this was Dolly, and this reminded me of Dolly also. They're doing some sort of particular sacrifices with these people. And there's your stick. Remember I said, follow the stick, follow the stick, follow the stick. This is the message it keeps telling me. Follow the stick. So if in fact there's law enforcement that is going out to go look at a particular location and they keep saying, there's a stick, there's a stick, there's a stick around here. What I'm saying is follow the stick. Follow the wilderness. Follow it. See the hole in the ground? I'll never forget when, what's his face said, anyone can make a blade of grass." The blades of grass to me is what covers the digital distortion, what covers the most important information. See how this is copy and pasted? So for all we know, these people are walking in the water. For all we know, these people are walking in mud. For all you know, they're walking up a mountain. But the photos are placed this way. In Summer Moonwell's case, and all of the children, they're completely digital distortion. Their faces change. That's why I try to bring justice to the children, because this is what they do to the children's face. This is what they do. They change it like that. They change the story with the digital distortion. So this channel is here to bring justice. by telling the story, by letting others know that all of this, especially this one, pretty much every, um let me get this one of Dolly. Pretty much every one of the cases that I have covered here are the same. Their story's the same, and they fall into this category, right? They all have a stick. They're all being sacrificed. They're all going into the same category as someone that is going to meet others in the resurrection, right? Don Wells, in the beginning of Summer Being Gone, he told us the truth. He gave it to us. He will meet his daughter in the resurrection. When you look at these videos, and I'm going to play them for you, I'm going to show you how I stop. I'm going to do the videos next. I'm going to show you how I stop and go on the videos and show you how I come across these copy and pasted pictures. All of these. All of these. This here, this one here is super obvious. That's a copy and paste. Um, people know that I go to all different stations, and particular stations pop up for me when that particular case pops up for me. Sebastian's case pops up all the time. Um, when I say that some of these creators have different looks and I see a different face, Dolly Vision, when he would go on, this was one of the Dolly Visions that came on during Sebastian. And I'm like, that's very odd, right? Sebastian Rogers, Summer Wells, he always gave me a push to go back on, because pictures like that, these kids are being taken, they're being hidden, they're being utilized for other things. And how I see it is I see my information through these fake cars. I see my information through Benny Keys. I see my information through Ryan Finding Truth, right? And they just keep going on about their little storyboards, but no one is stopping to acknowledge, even if they don't see it, even if they don't see it. What I am telling you is I see it. So these to me are parts of the story that are the truth for the children. There's always been stuff like this that's been shown, moved around. Hi, Alita. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Justice coming soon. Lisa, Sherry, I said hi to you guys. Pieces like this are no different when I see this. These are like, to me, the same disgusting, whoops, pieces of the puzzle. Like whatever I'm looking at here in this bag is the same stuff that I'm looking at around the neck. Whatever these children are going through, they're not just taken, they're used, they're abused, and they're placed back into the earth. So a lot of times when I've been online, I hold my cards, right? These are my cards here that I usually hold. They're my black bag. I made new cards and they are for sale. I put the here is the link. These cards are 78 cards. These are made for the missing children. It comes free with my download deck. It's a guidebook to how to use these cards. It has all of the same kind of cards you would find in a regular book of tarot cards. But what I have done is I have created it with AI in mind because that's how I see my answers. These are quite amazing, and my guidebook is done. So you could go there and check it out. What I want to show you is a video. How I do this. I'm going to put this video up. Here it comes. Sometimes. Okay, so sorry guys, I was on mute. This is the video I'm going to start with. Now, this has nothing to do with Ryan finding truth directly. I'm using this as a vehicle to show you how I see digital distortion and how I get my information about the victims. The victims, to me, this is how I do it. This is basically Summer Moon Wells's tree. Like I'll see it as Summer's tree, right? And I will then go into a picture like this, and I get a horrific feeling in my body. And I have to take a deep breath. This here brings me to our little child, Summer Moon Wells. It brings me right back to her tree. It tells me that Summer Moon Wells's video and the picture that I selected to be on the cover of my story is this. This is what I got a bronze for. Let's see if it will come up. It's, come on, open up. Hold on. Here it is. Here it comes. No? It reminds me of Summer Moon Wells' tree. And her tree is consistently in all the videos. Everyone knows the story of Summer Moon Wells' tree. So this is how it works for me, right? This is how it works. This is it. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells' missing children. And this is why it brings me to this tree. See, this is how it works. And then I keep going, and I go in between to get my storyboards. And I see it. I see the same thing as I would a victim in every one of the stories. Every one of the stories that I talk about. Every one of them. So when I try to teach the law enforcement that follows me, I try to show them the difference between what I see as a real location and a real piece of information that is hidden behind videos, purposely or not purposely, I don't know. I see it like this, like I see the story of the Summer Moon Wells case around the base of this tree. I see that those sticks will be important. See how like he's there now? So it tells me that this is important. And they come through tunnels. They come through tunnels that are hidden. See, this kind of a video holds a tremendous amount of information. Let me show you this. Wait, hold on. I gotta show you what I just screenshot here. So, okay. All right. No space left on device. Hold on, guys. Let me telling you, I have so much stuff on my computer. It's crazy. Let's see. Hold on. Families. Let me pull some stuff off here. All right, let me just pull some stuff off here, you guys. Hold on. Hundreds and thousands. Literally. Let me see if that did it. Okay. So, oh, come on. It's not letting me open it. There we go. Here it is. So here you see two different bodies. One is in the tree, and one is next to the tree. See that? The big, it's I just can't explain, you guys, how important it is to really pay attention, right? Pay attention to what you're looking at. Maybe you will start seeing it because the truth is in front of us. I mean, if you see it or not, it's there. Because truthfully, there isn't just one person sitting there. There's two. There's two. Wait a minute. Hold on. Continue, continue, continue. Hold on, guys. I'm actually emptying my stuff as I'm talking because I hit a uh, I hit a wall here because everything light all. Okay. Empty trash. All right, let's see if that works. So you guys see those two people? Let me see a show of hands. Do you see that? Now let's go to the next. So as I keep continuing going through this video, that's what I showed the person who looked at the video. I showed them how, if you take a screenshot of this little guy is placed in there. Watch. Placed in there as if it was a copy and paste project. Placed in there. So what I do is I go between and I'm doing this to show others how, if you want to really see if there's digital distortion, this is how you get the story. You get it like this. And I want to thank my listener. Why I'm doing this is because you guys are the very best. You guys are the ones who bring things to my attention. There is something being shown here. May not be this location, but I see Summer Moon Wells victims go all the way down. They're all the way under. They're not easy to get to. They're not easy to get to. So this is what I call layering. So again, if the authorities haven't looked at this stuff like this, they need to start doing it. They need to start doing it this way. Because there's so much information, I believe, um, within videos. Again, I'll never know if they're really there or if they're not really there, because all I'm doing is reading it. I read it. See? What I'm looking at in there is no different than what I showed you in the Sebastian video with Dolly Vision. I think he did, I don't know, I think he did it on purpose. I don't know. So how I was told it that I see multiple people within um these videos. I don't, I see what that means is that the children, they go in groups, and that's not his hand. See, this is a man. Hi, Jess is coming soon. This is a man that has manly hands, right? But this is the hand that has been captured in my video, but right here. Take a screenshot. It's right here. See? I'm trying to go slow. Okay, wait. Uh, 17, 18, 18. Okay, let me see if this is a different clip. Yeah, I pointed a few things out to them. This stands out to me. Like, like after I watch this, you guys, then I do a reading because the kids do walk, the victims do take a walk through stuff like this, that it's wet. See, there's just there are frames that take my breath away, and I do look for stuff like that, because it holds truth, right? Let me grab this screenshot. I think it's this one. No, it's right in here. Let me grab it. It's all by the tree. It's just all by the tree. And those holes in the ground. I see holes in the ground. I see vines. I see big sticks. See right here. To me, if I were whatever is be like here is what I would think is important. Is this frame. And I'm talking because I have people watching this that will do something about it. See, it would be in these frames. In these frames here. These frames here. Like if I were someone who could, there's all those frames. So so this picture, this is where it stopped for me. This is a picture that takes my breath away. It's bloody. That's a victim. You guys, I mean, I don't even know. It anyone that is watching this that is from law enforcement and knows what you're watching is how you do this. Look at this photo, and then the truth is right in there. It's right in there. In there. This is a problem for me. This is a problem. And then see those red things like this here holds the answer. This little guy here is what I was showing you before. See those things in there? Those are the things that I've been showing you. Now, to me, this would be what they do as part of the resurrection. To me, this is why I'm hoping to interview Lori Vallow, because this is something that gets planted, goes back into the earth, that this is very much one of those kind of situations going on here, right? It's a problem for me. I feel it in my chest. My feeling is scared. Um like the person that is walking this walk. This is they know about this. They know what this is. Seriously, take a screenshot of this bloody hand and understand that it's there or maybe it isn't there. It doesn't matter because this here is what my ghosts, my people that speak to me want me to show you is that, that. And I kept saying, this is a very important part. Let me screenshot it in the video because this is where, to me, it's the most layered. And I'm teaching you this, right? As we talk about it and go through and bring the victims justice. This is the area right in there, whatever's being shown in that camera lens. This is the most important thing right in here. So if anyone wants to play with this at home, what I do is I videotape my video. See, and you try to catch, see that little right in there, right in there. There's about many layered photos on top of the photo. And that's why it looks this way as I'm playing it. See that? See that? These are flickers. So AI and deep fake is only as good as it is today. This kind of stuff, if this is what I think it um, is just going to get better and better. And these kind of mistakes, if this is what it is, I'm just showing you because I find it quite interesting, probably won't be made as time goes on because it's going to get better and better. But if I were the law enforcement, this is what I would get ripped apart at this time in here. You look at this time, 9:52. See, it's the way that it's edited and layered. So I feel there's a stick, follow the stick, follow the stick. You want to follow the stick. So I'm taking a screenshot of this because this, if I were hunting, I would look for this. That's what I would look for. that. Green moss. All right, choose the 12-minute one. Okay, let me see which one this is. Okay, so this is a video that I made of my video, okay? So all that means is it just gives me a little bit more layers to look at. So here, watch. See, stomach. This here is what's covering. Watch this. So it's a pregnant belly, how I see it, a pregnant belly that is, wait, forced quits. Hold on. Close some of these things up. Okay. This pregnant belly that I see back here, I see this is being covered up from the other photo that I showed you guys of, let me see if I have it here. Um, this here then turns to, let me show you. I took a picture of it. I said, this is a, there, like that to me is, that's what's being covered. So the story would go that there are pregnant women that get sacrificed at this time also. So I would go into here as well. I would go into here and play around with the video in here for, you know, if someone wants to see if there's distortion or, so you take a screenshot of this head of this person. Come on, open up. See, look at that. Come on, close this out. Oh my God. Let me try again. This here. Just here. Take a screenshot and look, take a close look at the face, right? or the head. Take a close look at the head. So, and look at the shoes. Take a screenshot of the shoes. All in here. This is where I find digital distortion because I look for the oddly strange photos. His black arm with the maroon sweater. This here, the shadow behind him, the feet. So I guess, I mean, there's nothing, I'm not looking for anyone to say, oh my God, this is yes, this is no. I don't care. All I know is that the victims are running through areas that are just like this. They're chained. Let me open my chat. So you'll be able to, if you really wanted to look at this even slower, you could videotape, like you tape my video and then go over it like I am here, like that. The only other person, well, I shouldn't say the only, there's the channels that I discussed here are the channels brought me the most information. You know, like I would investigate, obviously. I've seen all of this stuff before. Um, like I've seen it spiritually. I've seen the red stuff. I've seen the red stuff. I had to go slow. You know, Summer Moon Wells always said the leaves, the leaves, the leaves. Her discussion with the leaves spiritually is like this situation. See the roots? Like it just reminds me of this is, I really hope I get to do an interview because see how this person's much smaller than the other one? There's no chains coming out of its back, but this person is a much smaller build. See? Smaller, much smaller. I mean, if you compare these legs to the other legs, this is very small. Again, I'd go in here. I just, so I really want to keep emphasizing how I use these videos. Um, so I see the children's stories. So There's no difference if I were to place a victim right here. It would just, that's what I see. That these victims get placed in a place like this. You know, and if I show you a picture of the hand, just reminds me of the fingers that I keep talking about. So Summer Moonwell's missing children. This is always their story. Doesn't change. And since June 15th, 2021, the channels that I keep talking about won't recognize this. I'm not bashing you guys. I'm not saying, oh, you're part of it, you're guilty. No, I'm saying that how is it that this kind of information, if it is there or if it isn't, that's him. Let me see if we change here. Oh yeah, that's the new atmosphere. But there's no one who wants to check it out. So I need to show it. And I know that there are like maybe there's some new people here. I know most of you guys that come back, you're my regular. Thank you so very much for always tuning in. Um, but for those that are new, I have over 900 plus videos that are all dedicated to this. I don't just come on and put a video up. I've been following this for a very long time now. And really how to read into videos. And I read into them, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's here. Not at all. Does not necessarily mean it's really here. So besides his videos, Dolly Vision, they know that I speak about them often. Can't help it. Here's two videos that I'm going to bring on. Um, because they're one of my best ones. Come on, where's the video? Find the hold on. Um, I would like to get this video. Dolly. Okay, Dolly. Mhm. Um, is everyone following what I'm doing here? You know, I hope so. I mean, it's a long, long time that I've been doing this. And I keep being pulled back here over and over and over. this same conversation, this same, um let me get rid of this, psychic information hasn't changed, you see. I know you're at black. I'll change it in a moment. Empty. Okay. I think I can now bring this over. Um, hasn't changed. Summer moon wells missing children. I just don't think they're gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep trying to show me bits of information that help tell their story. I don't know what is happening. Hold on, I'm still at black. This is what goes on. I'm not sure if I'm on, if I'm not on. My thing is twirling. Um, Let me give it a moment here and see what's happening. Is it okay? So I'm not muted. Okay, let me open this up again. Hold on. Not Molly, Dolly. Wanted me to open up Molly. Okay, amazing. Okay. All right, we're back in action. Here it comes. Um, the video is downloading and we're on black. I hate black. Um, hello. It's twirling and I don't think I'm on. Okay. Let's see. All right, give it a minute. I don't know if I'm on or not. My screen's black, if you could hear me. There's nothing here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. Don't know who's still here. I don't know how long it was out for, but I was talking about obviously Summer Moon Wells case and bringing justice, right? And how I bring justice is by telling you the story as how I see it and through the eyes of the children. I was showing you digital distortion made through, mostly I was using Ryan Finding Truth to show you pictures of like this that remind me of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. So I'm now going to show you a different video. This to me could just be a Summer Moon Wells child. This is what it looks like to me. This. This is what it looks like. So that's what I got. That's basically what I get from videos, right? And this here, I did the same thing with Dolly. Um, I monkey around with his videos. I have hundreds, maybe 1,000 videos that help me show you elements, right? And elements are shown to me in the order they're supposed to be shown to me. Um, Here you've got, where's the screenshot? The heck? Here you have Dolly, and I always say Dolly also shows me the most information. So what I see in here is the same thing I was just showing you in Ryan Finds Truth in his videos in the car. So this is what I mean. We really don't know what they're holding. Like there's no difference between these to me because it's not about the person that's basically is in the picture because it's their channel. It's the story of the missing children. That they tell the story as they see it, right? So I have these images that remind me of the story. See the hands. What can I tell you? It's the truth. Yeah, I was just explaining what I've done so far. So I'm showing you digital distortion. I'm showing you um, how I play around with the video to receive information, to get images that I could visually tell you what I see psychically. And I'm holding, I'm holding on to the screenshots that I keep taking from here. So Dolly Vision's videos always gave me great information. I would go and grab them. And the fake cars, when I say, oh, they're all in fake cars, it's not like they're sitting in a car that's not real. I see that where the children go resembles this, resembles it. I see victims that would see pictures like this as their truth, like this. That this hand is no different than what I just showed you in the other videos. So this is what people watched me do since June 15th, 2021, is go between frames like that and grab information. Again, it just helps tell the story. It helps tell the story that these children are down under, that they, in order to get to them, it's like a field trip. It's a field trip. So when I say down under like this to me is below, this is below what I was just showing you when Ryan's showing down under, like between, I can't talk while I'm doing this. I don't know why I picked this one. There must be a correlation between the story. Must be a correlation. Like that's a leg. It's a leg. Does anyone see that that's not Dolly, that's a leg? What is this? Like, what's the correlation? See, this would tell me that that's a child. I'm not saying a child with, don't, no. I'm not saying it's a child that's with Dolly. No one's with Dolly. I'm telling you that this to me is what the children see over and over and over. This could be a child sitting forward, right here. Now I'm going to move the tape, but that's what I see. Put a number 1 in chat if that's what you see. I'm going to move it. Watch. So my truth would be what's in the smaller square, not what's in the bigger square. Because what's in the smaller square is where I always get my story, right? And whatever the fuck that is. And that's the victim. Why is it that no one would even say anything or do anything? That looks like a knee, like a leg. Take a screenshot. I mean, I don't know what that is. Weird. All right, I'm taking a screenshot of this. So so again, I use these to help tell the story of the children. I don't use it to, you know, say that someone did something. I use it. I don't care if someone says, oh, that was her leg. It doesn't matter. What I'm telling you is their children recognize this as part of their story. That's it. It's very cut and dry. So I would go in that little frame. The one that shows up right there. Right there. See those frames there? That's the frame that I would want. Like one that's right there. And this is the one that I would look the closest to, is this one. Because it's a frame that's showing between the frames, and that's how I get my info. So I see that this is how the victims sit. I see that this is familiar. This is familiar. This. You guys see that? Put a number 1 in chat. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. I don't take that one. This one just looks the most normal. This is the one that would be like the top layer. Okay, going through this. I have so many amazing videos with him. So this here, it's in this little corner. So in that little corner, to me, is more of the truth. I got him there. That's a deep fake. See what I'm saying? Like, it's like if someone is in this industry and wanted to analyze these videos, what is this? It's what the victims know about. The ones that are being victimized. They know about all this. And these groups are making a lot of money. Like, what is that? It's a face on top of a face. It's right there. And I could tell so easily when it's going to come. See, it's in there. See that? How cool is that? See how these are all different. There's like 100 different frames in here. See his headrest? His headrest here is more of the truth. See that? See how these are all layered? They look the same, but they're really different. See? See this car? This he's not sitting in this video, he's not sitting in a car like this. It's like this. This is high up, you guys. See, that's why I'm telling you that these kids are down under. That's very high up. This is taking my breath away. So, ugh. Okay, so I mean, I see a child here. Now I see a child. So my psychic reading is true. Um, so as I'm doing this, right, I'm going through my Genesis AI tool tarot cards. And what these tarot cards are doing for me, again, I just started using them because I just got them. What these tarot cards are doing for me is see if I could get my face on here. Hold on. Um, no. Um, what these tarot cards are doing for me is as I'm going through them, I'm doing this kind of work. So now this makes sense to me. And sometimes I don't know when I do something, really why, right? What I'm doing is I'm getting a sense of um why these cards are going to be important to me. And I got a reading. I want to do that reading into the camera, but let's finish this here. See all those different, this would be those are the most important frames. That if someone knows AI, they could go into those frames and see different frames. See that? This is the most interesting. This here, this here. Yeah, this here. Yeah, I never really went through this like this. See, this is something that, and if someone is in this industry, they would know if someone is fucking with a video. And usually who really cares, right? Because there's so many people that are doing stuff. But only reason I care is because these videos are being marketed with missing children's stories. So, see, that's not him. So, because these are paired with, that's a mask. So, see what I'm saying? Lisa, Elizabeth, Sarah, justice coming soon. Do you see what I'm saying? Who's that? Do you really think that that's Dolly? I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing. I get it. I'm showing this to you for a reason. Thank you, Lisa. I'm showing this to you because I want you to see if you see it. This is supposed to be Dolly vision. Great, if it is or if it isn't. But this is a Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells, Simon. Leilani was just right there with them. So this little area to me has multiple things going on. Now, I only care because maybe it's helps. I care because this is what's helping me tell you the story. It's helping me tell you the story. Let's see. Edit. Now let's see if I close this. Let's see. Oh, it still won't save, so I'll do it this way. The photo of the man in the car, to me, is different than the man sitting in the car. Doesn't, to me, look like Dolly Vision. It's two different faces. This is what Ryan Finding Truth was showing me. It's like, here, take a look at these. For some reason, I was just supposed to, I mean, I told, like I said, I just get the videos that I'm thrown to, but I see multiple faces in multiple locations in here. The fuck? So this is just like Ryan Finding Truth. Like these are all like messed with. All right, and going slow because I like those little pictures like that right there. Those right in there. I'm playing this so others could take the footage and do what they want with it. See, that's Dolly. Take all these little screenshots. It's supposed to be him too. And once I always bring this up, and not always, whenever I can. I remember when Benny made a comment, and Benny always gave me the comments that stood out like a sore thumb. And one of them was, "Oh, I can't believe I'm on all these channels right now." I'm like, so you are doing all different channels at once. You guys, it's not impossible. That's why I'm trying to show everyone these new tools of AI because it's possible. And the only thing you have to do is empower yourself. And this is what why I made these cards. You want to empower yourself so you don't feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you think you don't know the information. You think you're not seeing what you're really seeing, but you are really seeing it. You're seeing it the way you need to see it. And I need to see it in the way that the children know it. They don't know it from falsifying. The children know from what I'm seeing. they know these dark, deep tunnels. That's what I'm stopping at. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's sitting in one. I don't know where he's sitting. See how there's like this white, that white? That to me is an indicator that there was a frame for me. That's what I'm saying, is that for anyone who could do this and knows how to do this, that for me, this is the truth for the children. This, there's a white frame over it, and this person holds this photo. Out of all the photos I've shown you, I'm very much staring in the eyes of this photo. I'm very much inside clairvoyantly that this would be a victim. That I feel right now a little nauseous. Um, that the victims have maroon hats on. It covers their head, it covers everything other than the front of their face, and it's their front of the face that gets changed. It's a game. It's a game. Nothing else shows but their face like that because they could digitally distort them on movies, scenes, to appease people that have money. Look at her eyes. That's what I see. That's what I see here in the white. Yeah, the face changes. So how they do this with different people, and I'm not saying that he's doing it right now. I don't know. I don't know about this. Um, the victims do. The victims are in these situations in the middle. The way that the head neck is different than how you see it. That is more familiar. This is more familiar to what they're doing to these victims, you guys. I'm just giving a story, right? And when I see a picture on top of a picture on top of a picture, I know that I'm going to get the most important information in the smallest of the smallest frame. And the smallest of the smallest frame is where I get that same kind of window and lighting here that I get inside the other videos that I watch. These children will never be found. They'll never be found. If they're found, I would highly think that it's not the child they said it was, or a different child even went missing. Like I said, there isn't just one Summer Moon Wells, there's multiple. So this here would be a winner photo for me to print. I haven't printed in so long, I have to. So snapshot this too. Benny Keys's car rides, Don Wells's car rides, Molly Golightly's car rides. So many of them just it's identical information. Again, it doesn't mean that they're doing it. It tells me that this is what the children see. They see this darkness because the children are the victims in the corner. They're the victims that are hidden. Like that. Like that would be a victim. I taught myself how to do this, and this is what I'm really trying to teach others. For all I know, you don't see any of this, but if you're ever going to look at videos, this is what you want. You want these corner photos. These are the corner, I'm not brightening them up. These are the corner photos that you want. See, I see the victim there. And it's just layered upon layered upon layered. And this is what I call digital distortion. This is what it's about. It's so crazy how people really are fearful of listening to this. They're fearful because it's much easier to bully this kind of stuff or speak negative about it. But I highly recommend paying attention to that because that's just fear, right? That's just fear. So I would take a little screenshot of that. See, that would be called small little corner. That's what I get. This little corner. I would look in the back seat. Where in the rest of the video, it's not like this. This is a box. It's not the box from the picture, that's a metal box. See, with someone in the back. See, look at the bottom. I'll get closer. I'm not gonna brighten it, but so this is his back seat in this picture, in the corner of the corner of the corner. So I question that kind of stuff, right? I like taking pictures of these things and looking at them later. It's a head. It's a head on a platter. Interesting. Let's see where that came from. Let's see, there it is. Came from this photo. So yeah, is it layered? Yeah, but it's giving me information. So here would be another picture that's layered. And this is what's important to the victims, because see this maroon thing on his head? Whatever that is on the neck? That they get. But again, I'm not looking for criticism and people like, oh, that's because things are layered on layered. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But for some odd reason, I also get what I'm supposed to share with you guys. I get it. The victims are in boxes like this. There's the roof. That's, to me, I don't see a sunroof. I see a head on a platter, like I'm supposed to see because that was just shown to me. Sometimes I stop talking because it's easier to stop my finger. I want that one. That one. Uh, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos. I think what I'm going to do one day, put a one if you think this is a good idea, is just put some music in the background and just play the videos like this, like so you could see them. I have so many of them. So many. Let's see something. Benny. Then we're going to be done. Benny movie. I have so many. Benny Trim. Let's see which one opens up first. So, yeah, back at you. Do you think that would be like a good move to do that? Oh, I think people would really want to see it, see the stuff. Movie. All right, here's, okay. Okay, so here's one with Benny. Okay, so just tried to order the cards. It wouldn't let me, said sold out. What? All right, as soon as I'm off here, I'll look. Thank you, nothing but love. Thank you. This is Benny, and this is a video. This is a video. And I took this snapshot of this video so I could keep it. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I am seeing inside Ryan Finds Truth, is that. That's what I'm seeing in this person's face here. These are the same thing. So I see it's the same thing. This is that. See? And this is the same thing that happened to the two girls on the railroad track. this and what you're seeing here. So my stuff always matches. What do I have here? Benny. Let me see if this was a good example. Oh, these are all layered. See that? That's what I look for, is what's layered. And you look for the different eyes. And to me, I'll see the eyes that I'm supposed to see. I will see the victim's eyes, and I will stop on the victim's eyes. Does that mean that Benny Keys is a victim? No, it does not. No, it does not. It means that I'm going to see a victim within these photos. You are not going to see what I see, and I won't even know what you see. You might see a friend. You might see a family member, because it's all spiritual. This is all spiritual. It's spiritual, you guys. There's a level of um there's a level like that in here. And you're gonna see who you need to see. Some people will be like, this is all Benny. And I'll be like, well, I look at this mouth and I don't see Benny. I don't see Benny's teeth. Nothing. Nothing. I see a combination of everyone that I've been watching. But yet, this is Benny. You look and you will get your answers within the photos no matter what. And no one could tell you if you're right or wrong. I will always get information on the children. So if it's there, it will be told to me. Here, they didn't ask for this. Who do you see? Whoever it is, it's who you're supposed to see. I'm taking little snapshots because this is new. This is all new stuff. This is worth showing. This one. The eyes that are most important to me are all the way on the top of the picture. So this is layering. I mean, this to me is layering. I thought this would be a good example. See, his teeth are always different. Sometimes they're long and thin, sometimes they're short and little. That happens a lot with Dolly Vision as well. I notice the teeth always. And it's just like, the reason I notice the teeth is because Summer Moon Wells showed me to notice the teeth. See, these teeth are all different. He doesn't have teeth like that. The eyes, I see the victim's eyes. Summer is filled with all different children. She's filled with all different spirits. And what this see, it's not about Benny. What this tells me is I see all the different victims and eyes, like I'm looking at Summer. I see Summer. You see, I see her. Um, I see her eyes right here, right there, right there. See how it's slightly in between? It's hard to get. All different eyes. See, it's hard to get back. There. Boom. Mm-mm-mm. What's that? She in a room? I don't even know. Is that his room? What is that? A door? Window? Interesting. Whoa. Okay, so this is how spirit works. So now we see what's the truth of the victims. This is truth right here, you guys. This. This is the other side of the video. See what just happened? See that? That's Benny. And then there. See this frame? This is a great way to explain this again. This frame is showing you a whole different person in a white something, and those doors are behind them. This picture isn't anywhere in the video. Okay. So this is when I would start holding my cards. These cards are going to be very intense. Um, I'm teaching myself how I'm going to use these cards. Okay, I get it. So if I pick three of circuits, the network begins. That's what just came out. Three of circuits, the network begins. That would be um in my guidebook. I would look this up and it would tell me about myself and the lessons that I need to learn about this particular thing going on here. That's what it would do, but I don't want to start looking it up. So I'm gonna go now. There's the room, the door. So this here, see all this? Okay, so that would be the victim underneath the pictures of Benny. So it shows to me as a victim. You see that? You see how this here is different? But it's right there in the video. So this here is what's the most important part to get a story that these people, there's some victims that are, locked up like that behind doors. But this is still down under. Like you can't get here. You can't get there. Huh. I'm being quiet and still. See all those in there? Black guy, big black guy. Just look at the eyes, the different eyes that are peering out. If you see them, you'll know what I mean. They're different. So I've always talked about these tools that are used, right? And they're shaped, they have certain shape. And when I would talk about I would always stop and show shapes like this. It's in his hand. It's familiar. And they do something to the eye. It's part of the sacrifice in this little ceremony. And they do it to that eye. Whatever they do, like they're doing it now. I just got a pain. It's normal. It hurt. And that situation is showing itself here. The eye situation in here. I'm really good at pulling these. I think it's because I probably have thousands of hours. I'm a monster. That was obviously in his video. I guess nothing's obvious. Here it is. And then it says I'm a monster, and then it goes into this. Lots of layers. So when I'm going through here like this, I look to see the victim, right? Because it's just not about Benny. So this would be the victim. So this is a victim that would look familiar to the spirit world. This. That's familiar to the spirit world. See the teeth here? Well, this is not Benny. So this is familiar to spirit world. Like this is a victim. There's a victim that wants to be seen that has gone through a similar situation. And just by me talking about it like this and pointing it out brings justice, you guys. So whatever they do to them, um, it's publicized. This may even be him saying he's on so many different channels. Maybe those are all the different channels he was on in that moment. 'Cause there's a lot of different, there's a face here that matches, see this one's not Benny. So maybe, my goodness. See, there's all these different channels. This person's very different from the ones I've been looking at. This is the Benny I don't like. And then you have the victims. See the difference? See that? Different, different. So the question is who's who? And understand that you should have confidence in yourself. If you think you see something different than somebody else, it's because you do. It's because you do. And I'm here to tell you that you should embrace that because the way they do it now is not good. This is sloppy. This is slop. But it's getting better, you guys. As technology gets better, you have to help yourself and feel confident enough to do it. Don't allow yourself to be victimized. Just have enough trust in yourself, right? So I'm going to try to go fix my AI tools. So anyone who wants to buy these new tarot cards, you'll be able to. This has been a very long live. Thank you all for being here. I don't even know exactly what anyone's going to get from this video other than knowing that truth is here. You just have to be willing to see it, right? Have a wonderful day, you guys, or a wonderful night. Talk to you soon.